Hello everyone, this is the Hunter DD33, and during this hunt we're going to be doing a drive on WhiteHart Island. Now I'm not sure if this is just a really good spot, or we're that good at doing drives, or we're just really lucky, but we found another giant whitetail buck. Now in this drive there's about 7 or 8 people, so I want to make sure we're fair, and as soon as I see a small buck we're actually going to take him out first, and then whoever else gets a chance to shoot at the big buck, good luck with them. Alright, so in this drive we're going to have about 8 people. And they're going to be Z Trophy Buck Z, I Am Groot, Killer Peter JR 223, Tasty Bambi, Super Animal 51, and WRP 197. So these are all the people that are going to be in the drive. Oh, I actually forgot one. Proud Hunter C072, he's definitely going to be in the drive as well. So these people are all going to be in this drive, and now you're going to see what happens next. So we just got done pushing everything down to this point, and right now we're basically just waiting for everybody to get ready. And I Am Groot is pretty much the last person we need to get ready here. He's pushing the beach on the left side, and he's about to get up into the tree stand, and as soon as he's in, we're ready. Now there's a monster buck out here. Someone got an estimate of 175 to 215, and I believe that was Killer Peter JR. So we're going to shoot the small buck first, and now everybody else is going to get a chance at this big one. So now I'm telling everyone take a shot, and there he is. Well, when we pulled the trigger he actually dropped. Now I don't know who hit him first, but he definitely wasn't going to go down, so we put a pretty good hit on him. And he went down. There's still a few more deer running around, and that one just got wrecked. So we might as well just take a couple more shots here and see what else we can get before we get down and see what's going on. So actually Killer Peter JR 223 said that he hit this buck, but what's weird is that his name didn't come up in the chat anywhere. And I was checking here to see, but it must have been because he put such a lead on this buck that it didn't actually show up as a shot. But anyways, he is going to go pick him up and see what he scores. So you can see he's definitely in a hurry to get out there to his buck. And I would be too. But I just shot a 198-inch whitetail, so hopefully someone else gets this one. You know, I really do. And hopefully he hit it good, and it's his buck. So he's about to go pick him up right now. And he scores 195.0. So it does show that I did get the kill. He hit him first, but I just don't quite think it was a good enough shot. And when we took a shot, he definitely went down. So if you watch again, you can see our shot was definitely a pretty solid hit. And you can see from the effects of that shot, as soon as we shot, he definitely went down. So it is indeed our kill. But Killer Peter JR 223 definitely did hit him pretty good, just not quite good enough. So let's go over and go take a look at this monster whitetail buck. And as you can see, everybody else around here doesn't even care about the animals that are still in the drive. They just want to go get a look at this giant whitetail. And the thing is, this buck was so wide that I didn't even know how big he actually was. I just thought he was like a big wide 180s buck. He was also in this thick grass here, and if you're not in the right spot you can't really see the buck. And I couldn't get an estimate on this buck, so I didn't know how big it actually was. I'm level 20, so I probably would have got an estimate of 185 to 215 on it. But here it is dead, so let's go take a look. What a giant whitetail buck. And you can see everybody's just all around it right now, except for he's definitely in the thick grass. So hopefully Killer Peter JR 223 can get it out in the open where we can take a look at it decent and take a look at this monster buck. And you can see he's definitely glitching out pretty hard. So hopefully he can move it over just a little bit so we can get a better look at him. That's a little better right there. Look at how wide this buck is. You can see he's definitely an 8x8. He has all the points he needs. He's got a ton of mass. He's super wide. Now the 198 buck that we shot a few weeks back, he wasn't as wide as this buck. Definitely wasn't as wide as this buck. That one was more of a high rack. but this one is super wide. I think he ended up being 23 or 24 inside. And we actually checked the deductions on this buck. He would have scored 202, I believe, 202 point something, which is absolute giant whitetail. 195 scoring whitetail is an absolute giant to begin with, but if he was 200 plus, it would be even more crazy. But here he is here. So let's get a cool trophy shot of him. And Killer Peter JR 223 is going to get the trophy shot. He did hit the buck, but so how it works is the person that actually kills the buck gets the option to whether or not they want to taxidermize the animal. So that's actually a pretty cool feature, because if someone else shoots it and you hit it first but you put a kill shot on it, it just depends on whoever put the better shot, and that person gets a chance to mount it. So even if someone tries to steal your buck, it doesn't matter. As long as you killed it, you get the buck and you get a chance to mount it. So that's pretty cool. And even though Killer Peter JR 223 really wanted to get this buck mounted, which I wish he could have got it mounted and put in his lodge, it just didn't let him. So at least we got a chance to go back in our stats and put him up in our rustic trophy lodge. So let's go head over and go take a look at this giant whitetail buck. Alright guys, here we are back at the trophy lodge. So let's go in to the rustic lodge and go take a look at this giant whitetail buck. Alright, here we are. And there he is, right there. He scores 195.0 and he's ours, and also Killer Peter JR 223. It's definitely half his buck too. So he could definitely go over and take a look at him in the lodge anytime he wants, because he definitely put a pretty good hit on him. Just not quite good enough. But look at the size of this buck. He is super wide. And over here is actually our 198.9 scoring whitetail. He's a monster too, but for some reason this buck seems twice as wide as that one. I'm not sure if he actually is. I never really checked how wide that buck was over there. But I think that buck might have taller tines, so maybe that's why this one looks a little wider. But anyways, we got him in the pose of running here, because that's pretty much how he was like when we took a shot at him. He was running just like that. And we put a pretty solid hit on him. I would imagine from the slow motion view of the shot, we probably hit somewhere right about there. Maybe like just below the heart, which definitely would have done some pretty good damage, especially with the 9.3 rifle. And here he is mounted in a rustic trophy lodge. So congratulations also Killer Peter JR 223. You definitely put a pretty good hit on him. Also, Killer Peter JR 223 has a YouTube channel too, and he does some hunting videos. You should check out that. It's actually going to be, I'll put it in the description. It is Caden Peterson, and so go check that out. Alright guys, well, I think that's going to be the end of this video. Oh, also one more thing. If you guys see my maps up, anytime I have a game up or I'm doing a drive or something, feel free to join. A lot of times I don't put a password on until everybody joins, and then I'll put a password on just so that the same people that join can actually join back in and don't lose their spot. But if you see a game up and there's no password, jump on in. Anybody's welcome, and all you have to do is have guns and ammo, and I don't even care if you have a license as long as you can shoot stuff. I mean, I don't really want you to shoot a monster buck like this with the say 4570 or something like that. But if you have a 4570 and you shoot a doe or a cow or even a small buck, I don't really care. As long as you're shooting and having fun, then I'm having fun too. But if you have like a 243, yeah, that'll definitely work. Even if it's a bolt action, you're probably not going to shoot as fast as a lot of us, but hey, at least you'll definitely be able to shoot, and there's a chance you could get a big buck just like this. So join my map sometime, and thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time.